Welcome everybody to the pure NCAA tournament. No three-point line, no shot clock, no timeouts. And this is going to be game number 1 of 28. The Pro League and the other leagues have 44. The Pro Basketball and Pro Hockey Leagues, college, 28 games. And then a single elimination tournament afterwards. Today, Illinois and Duke. Arkansas and Syracuse. North Carolina will host. Well, they're not hosting because there is Michigan State, North Carolina. Utah and St. Joe's of the same year. Michigan and Kansas, Utah, North Carolina. Remember, they're all neutral site games in college for this tournament. UNLV and Illinois, but you play everybody 4 times. The UCLAs will play each other there. UCLA and North Carolina, Kentucky and Rutgers, Kansas and UNLV, Georgetown and St. John's, 2 really good Big East teams in the 1980s. Both Houstons in the Houston Derby. Ohio State and Louisville, Duke of old versus Duke of 1999. Kansas and North Carolina, Duke and Oklahoma, Kansas and Kentucky, UCLA and Ohio State, North Carolina and Wisconsin. How about 06 Florida and 61 Cincinnati? Maryland against Loyola, Chicago, Wake Forest, and Duke. UMass against UCLA. Kentucky in 93, Arizona 94, Villanova and Arkansas. Michigan and UCLA. UNLV and UCLA will be today. Notre Dame, North Carolina. Georgetown and North Carolina here. Virginia and Houston. Virginia, the only Ralph Sampson team. Ohio State plays Maryland. Florida and North Carolina, UCLA, Kentucky, Arizona and Florida, and UNLV and Houston. So we're about ready to go. It's UNLV and UCLA. We're about ready to go here in Houston as UNLV at the summit here in Houston, Texas. Strawlinger will go against Butler. For UNLV, you have Greg Anthony, Anderson Hunt, Stacey Ogman, Larry Johnson, and David Butler. For USA and for UCLA, you have McCarter, Troglovich, Myers, Washington, and Drollinger. And we're going to be ready to go. Ready to go for this, and it's going to be underway. Tarkanian against Wooden. And Myers now, long shot, misses. Butler's going to get the rebound. It's going to be a fast break. They bring it down to the other side. Here's David Butler. And they want to get to Stacey Ogman. Ogman inside, slams it through. It's early 2-0. So UCLA, it's going to be blocked by Butler and out of bounds. So early on, it'll be UCLA ball. They'll bring it in. McCarter to Washington. He misses. And he'll be out of bounds. Here comes UNLV. First minute of play, it's 2-0. They bring it in. Larry Johnson misses. McCarter's got it. And they're going to get it down on a fast break. That's what both these teams like to do. Myers. He's going to go down to Drollinger. Drollinger. Wide open. He lays it in. And one. And he's fouled by Anderson Hunt. Wow, early on. And that is 2-2 early, so Drollinger to try and make a 3-point play. And this one will be up, and he missed it. Myers, the offensive board, is first. So Myers will put it back, and that's going to be blocked by Anthony. Larry Johnson will get it, and he's going to do the fast break. Johnson, they give to Ogman. Ogman now. They're going to give it back to Larry Johnson, and he's fouled by McCarter. Remember, 10 fouls in a half, and then you shoot a 1-and-1. Anthony, Johnson, here's Butler, and out of bounds. So it is early on. They go to Anthony. Out to Ogden. Ogden from 15, no good. Myers the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Larry Johnson, his first. A minute and a half in, they go inside. Can't have it. Strollinger, no good, and Drollinger is fouled by David Butler, his first. 2-2 so far, and that'll be 3. And Drollinger one more, and it'll be 4. So here comes UNLV. They'll bring it in. Here's Anthony. Anthony, Hunt, Larry Johnson goes in, and that's going to be a missed layup. Rebound UCLA. They're going to drive it down. Here's McCarter. They got Myers. And they hit Myers. Anderson, Hunt is second. They got to get him out of there. He's got 2 fouls. He was the MVP of the Final Four in 1990. McCarter. Washington. Here's Larry Johnson with the steal. It's a fast break. They got a 4-on-3. They love the fast break. Johnson and Washington to Anthony, and that's a foul on Myers. A lot of fouls trying to slow the game down, even though both these teams are fast-break teams. Anderson, they go outside. Troglovic to steal. Turgovich, it's going to be a 3-on-2. Here's Myers. And back to Drollinger, and it is good. There is no Lou Alcindor and Drollinger, and there is no Bill Walton, and 1. And the foul is by Bice. They don't make that a 3-point play, 7-2. Here's Anthony. Out to Bice, the long shot, and it's going to be no good, out of bounds. So UCLA will have it, and here it is. McCarter, no. Johnson. Anthony. They go to David Butler, and Butler scores. He slams it through on the 4-on-1. Washington. And Johnson the steal. Johnson will bring it over. And here's Butler. Anthony. And I don't know what happened there. And a long shot, and it is good. So David Butler will take it at 7-6. A little bit of a glitch here. Washington comes down and scores. UCLA up 9-6. And the shot, Larry Johnson can't get it, and there's going to be a foul, and that's Larry Johnson's second. So both Hunt and Johnson have 2 fouls early on. So here we go, 9-6 UCLA over UNLV. They go to Myers and out of bounds. The inbound pass. They go to McCarter. Out to Washington. Washington. And that'll be an injury. They'll throw it in again. McCarter. Drollinger has it. He's the center. They give to Washington. Stolen by Scurry. And they're going to have this time a 3-on-1. Now it's a 5-on-4. And Greg Anthony, they go over, and it is Scurry. Scurry scores, 9-8. They bring it out to Turgovich. Turgovich to Myers. Myers, the shot no good. Here's Butler. Butler, and they'll bring it out to Greg Anthony. They'll bring it up the court, 9-8. The shot no good. Drollinger the rebound, and they're going to bring him out. And here is McCarter. McCarter to Myers. Ogden to steal it, blocked there. They'll get the rebound and they'll force it down. Anthony. They get it to the other side. Butler outside. He misses. And here's McCarter. UCLA, here's Turgovich. Turgovich are playing a little more relaxed, but now as I say that, Anthony a foul. 7 fouls for UNLV, only 2 for UCLA. Turgovich and Drollinger are out right now, but they have no fouls. Johnson and Hunt, you know that UNLV wants to take timeout. Spillane to Johnson. UCLA's Johnson has scored 11-8. Here in the first, they go to Butler, down inside, over to Scurry. And he misses. Here comes Johnson for UCLA. They give it over to Spillane. Spillane will get it down to Myers. Long shot, no good. And McCarter gets the rebound. McCarter will have it. He'll shoot it again and a miss. And here's Anthony. Anthony gets the rebound. Over. And Anthony will take it over. They go Scurry to Butler. Over to Scurry, and there's a foul, an offensive foul of Scurry. Oh my goodness, that's 8 fouls. And UNLV is not looking that great. So here we go. We take a look down. Washington no good. Here's Scurry. Scurry again. They'll bring it down. Here's Ogman. Down 11-8. Ogman, they want to get it into Anthony. And he double dribbled. Now he looked too early, and he saw he couldn't do it. Other games just starting. Other games going. Washington, Sivjanovic, and there's going to be a foul tonight on UNLV. Sivjanovic is in. It's 11-8 UCLA. So 4 people. Here's Spillane. Spillane to Drollinger, and he hits it. It's a 5-point lead. So UNLV, they get it in. Ogden to Butler. And he's going to shoot Drollinger, and that's going to be a foul. So Butler will shoot 2. David Butler. He already has 4 on the day, and he's going to hit 1. That's her first free throw of the day. Both teams only shooting 33%, not that great. They bring it inside. A lot of times fast break games are lower shooting. Myers from the outside, he misses. Drollinger the rebound. They pick it up, they go to Turgovic's shot, and it's an air ball. UNLV will take it. A little over 11 minutes in the first half. 13-10, here's Scurry, he shoots and scores. So it's going to be 13-12. UNLV, there's Myers. Myers can't get anything, Anthony. And they're going to bring it down. Here's Anthony. They want to bring it on the break. They go to Ogman. A zip to the pass there. No good. Spillane will get the rebound. Now it's a 4-on-3 the other way. They want to go. They got Myers outside. Johnson will take it himself, and they lay it in. And won by Ogman, and that is Ogman, his first foul. So it's 15-12. And now they're going to shoot 1. Here's Johnson, and he misses. Here's Ogman. Ogman, and the other way, Scurry to Anthony. Anthony, they get it out to Ogman, and that's going to be a foul on Johnson. So they will shoot a 1-and-1 every time. Anthony, UCLA will, but they only have 4 fouls. Here's Butler, and they go down to Ogman. They're going to pass it around to Sivjanovic. They want to hold, but Turgovic with the steal. Turgovic, it's going to be a 3-on-2. And they bring it over, Drollinger. Here's Spillane. Spillane misses. And Anthony gets the rebound. He brings it down, Butler. Sivjanovic. They want to shoot. Here's Anthony. And they give it to Stacey Ogman. He'll drive 1-on-1 and miss. Here's Scurry then, the rebound. Scurry will have it. They give it, and it's stolen by Myers. Actually, they'll give it to Turgovic. Turgovic is in the middle. They want to go. That's his 3rd steal of the day. Turgovic to himself, he scores. 1-on-1 against Anthony. They knew they didn't want to take it. And now they're going to sub in. 9:40 to go, and we're going to take the first break. Before any foul shots or anything like that, Turgovic. And here's Bice. Bice hits it. Bice to Scurry. Scurry scores. And it's 18-14. They bring it up. UCLA down by 4. Drollinger inside lays it in. And UCLA now up by 6. They bring it inside. Sivjanovic goes inside. He goes reverse layup, no good. Here's Ogman. Ogman will have it. They'll take it over. They look to Sivjanovic. And Sivjanovic the layup. And Drollinger no good there, and he's fouled by Drollinger. So there it is. It's 20-14. They're going to go in. It's a TV timeout. We'll be back. We're going to check the scores now. Illinois beating Duke 26-17 at the half. Arkansas leading Syracuse in the first by a point. Connecticut 4-2 over North Carolina. Kentucky in the second. Low-scoring game there. Kentucky beating Florida 18-16 in the second half. North Carolina beating Michigan State 14-6. Utah beating St. Joe's 26-21. Kansas beating Michigan early on 20-8. North Carolina up by 8 early. UCLA and Minnesota, a good game there. Illinois up against UNLV. The UCLA's, it's a 1-point game there. North Carolina, UCLA just started. Rutgers leading Kentucky. UNLV leading Kansas. St. John's leading Georgetown. 82 Houston killing 83. Louisville beating Ohio State at the half 31-25. Duke new beating Old 23-19. North Carolina early lead. Oklahoma 19-11 over 78 Duke. Kansas leading Kentucky. UCLA over Ohio State. Wisconsin leading North Carolina. Cincinnati over Florida. Loyola leading. Duke beating Wake Forest. And UMass beating UCLA. That's big. Lou Alcindor on a UCLA team. Sivjanovic 20-14 UCLA. Sivjanovic. It's going to be 20-15. And Sivjanovic, the second one will nail it. So they've shot it. They've shot everything. They made everything in foul shots. Here's Spillane, and that's the UNLV's Achilles heel. Here's Myers, long outside, and misses. Scurry, the rebound, is third of the day. They're going to bring it up to Bice. And he's going to take it, and Scurry needs to sit out for a little bit shaken up, but he'll come into the game. And he stays in. So here's Bice. We turned off all injuries, really. Why? Because we want to see who's the best team. Ogman, and it goes out of bounds. So UCLA is up by 4. Turgovich 2. Inbound to Spillane, and they'll bring it up. Here's Myers outside. He's had a bad day. Johnson, the offensive rebound. Johnson, they get it outside. And that's going to be, Johnson will inbound it. Sorry, they give it to him again. So Johnson to Turgovich. Turgovich scores from the wing. It's 22-16. Turgovich 5 points, and Ogman again. They got a sub in, will they? Larry Johnson comes in with 2 fouls. They have Butler, Anthony, and Hunt all with 2 fouls. They got Larry Johnson also with 2. The fouls are piling up, 22-16. Here's Bice. Larry Johnson, here comes Sivjanovic. Larry Johnson, and it's going to be a foul on Washington. So this will be their 7th. You only shoot the 1-and-1 after 10. And it's going to be out of bounds. UNLV will keep it. They give it in to Young. He's going to take a look outside to Johnson. Johnson on the outside against Washington. And again, Scurry a little bit hurt. So they inbound it to Bice after that. They'll take a shot from 15, no good. Here's Scurry again. His 4th rebound. He's getting banged up today, and he traveled. 7 minutes to go. McCarter will come in. So McCarter to Johnson. Over to Myers. Myers again. The lay-in is good. It's up 24-16. So they're going to bring it down. Injury is to Johnson. My goodness. Larry Johnson, there is a lot of stuff going on in this game. And it's going to be UCLA ball as they throw it away. So UCLA will take over up by 8, 6.5 to go. Spillane outside to Johnson, and he cross court to Washington. All the way out to Johnson for UCLA, and a miss. Here comes Scurry. Scurry will give it to Larry Johnson. And Larry Johnson will bring it up. Larry to Sivjanovic. They give to Larry. Larry is a very good player. Inside he misses. He's not having a good game. He doesn't have a point yet. Here's Smith. Smith will bring it up with about 6 minutes to go. Johnson scores. And UCLA by 10. So inbounded is UNLV, and that's going to be a foul on Washington, his 3rd. UCLA's got to be careful. They have 8 fouls. Here's Bice. Bice to Young. Young drives inside and slams it in. It's 26-18. UCLA an 8-point lead. You know they want to take some time off. There's Larry Johnson with the steal. They can go on a break fast. It's going to be 4-on-3. Here's Larry. He goes to the far side. Scurry over to Bice. Bice will come in, and it's going to be offensive. An offensive foul on Bice. Wow. My goodness, 26-18. So UCLA gives it in to Spillane, over to Myers. The shot is no good. Here is Young. And Johnson will give it to Semyonovich. Semyonovich will come over. Here's Larry for two, no good. Young will have it. And they bring it out. Here's Johnson. UCLA will have a Myers, and it's a jump ball. So we're going to jump the ball. There's no possession arrow. Spillane against Semyonovich. And it'll be Spillane winning. They give it to Johnson. Maybe, maybe not. They do. Johnson has it, and he misses, and here's Larry the other way. Larry, it's going to be a break, a 2-on-2. They give it to Scurry. He goes inside, lays it in, and it's 26-20. 4 minutes to go. Myers a quick shot. And Larry Johnson will take it the other way. It'll be 3-on-3 under 4 minutes to go. Semyonovich over to the near side. Here's Johnson. Misses it. And the other Johnson gets a rebound for UCLA. Here's Myers. Myers takes it under 4 minutes to go. He'll take it himself against Semyonovich. He misses the lay-in. Young will have it. Young. And Young will bring it up to Semyonovich. Down to Johnson. And a pick and roll. And it's going to be a steal by Spillane. It'll be a 4-on-3. They get back. Turgovich up by 6. They give to Spillane. Spillane, it's going to be no good. And it's blocked by Semyonovich. Turgovich will take the offensive rebound. Myers will have it to the outside. He shoots and misses. Johnson gets it, his 4th rebound. So Johnson fires it and scores. UCLA by 8. Young, this is to Larry, and it's out of bounds. It'll be UCLA ball. Some subs coming in right now, 28-20. I'm going to take a look. Is anybody in the chat room? MV, good to see you. MV, really good to see you. Oh, if I knew that before, I would have put them in this tournament. I got this, and the next game will be ice hockey. I have 3 leagues going on, and what I'm going to do is rotate all 3 leagues, a doubleheader every night. And the regular season for college will show every tournament game. Doubleheaders with tournament games, they will be good. But right now it is, I don't think so. We do have a couple 60s teams. But MV, really good to see you. Great to see us. Turgovich will inbound to McCarter. We do have some Villanova teams. We have some older Duke teams. Myers, and that's going to be a foul. Stay tuned for halftime as we're going to go through all of our teams. Myers, the 1-and-1. Myers misses. Larry gets the rebound, his 5th. And they bring it up to Emerzian. Emerzian out to Young. Young, and are you freaking kidding me? It's a runtime overflow, but that's all right. Because even though it does this, this is what happens. We go here, and we go here, and we go here. And what happens now is we start up the thing again. There it is. And what happens when this happens here, we're not going to look at anything here or who wins. We're going to hit play. And there it is. Actually, we're going to do this. We're going to get out of that. We're going to go play. Up here, when this happens, so many games, resume, save game. So we're going to go to the previous play, and we're going to resume it. Looking at the game setup, it'll be computer, and all the games are on a neutral site. View the computer plays. You're dang right there. And there it is. So I know that we have a lot of stats there, but we're right now into this game, and this is, there it is. It is starting right now. I gotta wait for this. Why is it I have so much trouble? Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Basketball 2022. Never happened. How about that? How about that? And here it is. So let's see how long it goes. Let's see how long it goes before it loads in and we get something else. Yeah, it is. It's one of Jerry Tarkanian's teams. 1980, 1990. This is the one that won the national title. There it is. So why in the world do I have a game going on now? What in the heck is going on? I got a game that I can't see that's going on right now. And it ended. Wow. Well, that's what we have here today. I think the problem, and I will show everybody this. There it is. Today it is 68-63. UCLA beat UNLV. I'm sorry for the short broadcast. It just went wrong. I have a feeling of what happened. So we're going to go through all the games. Believe me, I have an idea. Don't worry, it's not like hockey. That was crazy. I'm going to hit display. No, they said regular. I should have done human versus human. Oh, wow. Well, that's all right. Things happen. And it's the first game. It's the first. So that's all right. It's the first. So let's take a look real quickly at the scores, the box scores of the first day, and then we'll go into hockey as we did. Duke and Illinois. Duke and Illinois. There it is. Illinois beat Duke 44-40. Low scoring game. Taking a look, the player of the game for Illinois was Brown from 05. 10 points, 12 points, games like this. It is tough. Arkansas and Syracuse. Syracuse wins by 6 over Arkansas. A lot of close games here. The team's not exactly the most efficient shooting. Connecticut and North Carolina. Oh, North Carolina beats UConn 48-33. And what a defensive effort by North Carolina, and that's 08 North Carolina. The legend of Dean Smith lives on. Kentucky beats Florida 42-30. It was only 15-12, and they pulled away in the second half. Michigan State, North Carolina, what a game there. 57-54, Michigan State came back. Good, solid game there. Utah and St. Joe's, a one-point game. A one-point game. I'm wondering how it ended. Let's see at the very end. Oh, 67-62. Sorry, I saw there. First game kind of bumps here. Don't worry. Michigan and Kansas 68-57. Kansas beat 1964 Michigan. So we're doing stuff like here's Utah beating North Carolina 59-49. And UCLA Minnesota, that was a good game. UCLA beating Minnesota 63-56. As Ed O'Bannon, what a great game for him. Well, North Carolina, this was a one-point game. They beat Lou Alcindor and UCLA by 1 point. Let's see how they won it. At the very end, oh, look, UCLA had a 12-point lead, and North Carolina came back. What a game. And then they scored with 45 seconds left and held on to win. What a game. The UCLAs played each other. And 72 beat 71, 71-63. That's it. UNLV and Illinois as Illinois won by 2 over UNLV. A solid game there. Kentucky and Rutgers. Oh, Kentucky by 2. There's a lot of good games here, especially near the end. I mean, we had some doozies early, but some great comebacks and some great games. We'll take a look. Let's see, Bailey for Rutgers. Kentucky barely wins. But these people play each other 4 times. So we had UNLV, Illinois already. Here's UNLV and Kansas. Tarkanians, UNLV, 57-49. Kansas slowed it down. They did. That was 1986. Clark Kellogg was on the team. Georgetown and St. John's, and that's a Big East score. 44-39. Wow. Personal fouls, 21-19. Yeah, 40 fouls in the game. That's a Big East game. That's a Big East game. Houston Derby, 83 beat 82, and it goes into triple overtime. Triple overtime. Nobody scored in the third. 2 points for each team in the fourth, and 2 points in the fifth. That's the way it happens. That's the way it happens. You could take a look here. And in overtime, there, Geddes hit it, and then 39 seconds left. Young hit it on the fast break, 62-60 on that. Wow, triple overtime. Ohio State and Louisville, 58-54. Louisville won, and Bobby Knight, that's right, that Bobby Knight got in the game. Miles had a double-double. Duke. Wow, new Duke beat old Duke, 66 Duke. I hope that's good for UMV. It's 59-58, the win there. Taking a look, Kansas and North Carolina. Kansas by 2 over North Carolina. That's 93 Kansas, 88 Oklahoma. Blows out 78 Duke. That might be a team to watch now that they blew out Duke like that. Kansas and Kentucky. Kentucky by 3. So 46-43. UCLA and Ohio State. UCLA, wow, 17-6 at the half. And the second half was a little bit better. There are no timeouts and there are no threes. 24-7 at the half. North Carolina kills Wisconsin. Look at that. I mean, they have it. You can check out all the scores. Cincinnati beat Florida 54-36. 61 Cincinnati was pretty good at that one. Loyola Chicago, they win by 20 at home. Well, you don't win at home. These are all neutral site games. Duke of New beat Wake Forest of old. UMass, UCLA pulled out, and they did it at the very end. UMass actually had 41% of their shots, but it was the rebounds, 38-21, that killed them. Taking a look right now, Arizona by 10 over Kentucky. Arkansas by 17 over Villanova. Chris Ford, who just passed away, had 4 points, but Porter had 17. Michigan beats UCLA of 74. So you take a look at Bill Walton. No way. Yeah, he fouled out. He fouled out with 17 points. He did that in the championship game where he had 44. The game that we had was 68-63, a good one. Notre Dame and North Carolina, 54-42. As North Carolina ahead, they won by 12 over Notre Dame. Georgetown and North Carolina, how about this one? North Carolina blew out Georgetown. They just smacked them. And well, North Carolina looked pretty good. That was a year before Jordan was a freshman. Virginia and Houston. Houston 40-34 over Virginia. Like there. And Maryland, Ohio State 64-52 over Maryland. And Florida and North Carolina. North Carolina 52-48 over Florida. Taking a look at the final few games as Kentucky beat UCLA. Kentucky, remember, these were seeded teams. Like, you had to play your way into this tournament. Go watch a selection show to see all the teams. Arizona beat Florida there, 54-45. UNLV and Houston, 95-89. Houston beat 77 UNLV. And wow, Elvin Hayes with 54 points and 17 rebounds. That's incredible. 54 points, 17 rebounds. So let's take a look at all the standings now. So as we take a look, here are the standings. Kentucky, Illinois, Syracuse, UCLA all won their first. You see Kentucky, both North Carolinas winning. Louisville did not play. I don't know why. Go figure. Why didn't Louisville play? Maybe they did, I don't know. Cincinnati, Michigan State, there's another Louisville, Utah. They won theirs. Duke, Kansas, Loyola, and Ohio State. This is after one. Here are the group standings. You take a look at the other side. I mean, it's after one. So what do you expect? So I don't know. I want to take a look at Louisville. If I saw Louisville at 13. So they didn't have a recent game. That's very interesting. So anyway, they play everybody 4 times, and I don't know why Louisville. They would have been a win. I don't know. Florida, Connecticut, Wisconsin, Florida. Maybe that's who did Florida lose to? They lost to Kentucky. 15. Connecticut lost to North Carolina. Wisconsin lost 0-9 for North Carolina. And 14, Florida lost 88 Arizona. I have no idea why, but they played 88 Arizona. I have no idea, but here's how much I care. None. 0. Why? I don't know. So anyways, remember the top 4 total, not in conference, but total. And there you see, I think the records will reflect conference games. No, they reflect them all. Elvin Hayes with the best one. Houston, the highest scoring team. Hayes with the highest scoring offense there. And when you take a look at the league analysis, teams are averaging 54 a game, and Elvin Hayes had 54. So there we go. That's going to be it for us today. We're going to have hockey next. Have a great day, and we'll see you. Give me about 10 minutes. That is Clinton Parks, one of Jerry Tarkanian's teams. Give me about 10 minutes, and I'm going to go with hockey. We'll be back.